I'm filming, just establishing the room. How's it going?
It's going. Hi, I'm covered in dogs.
Yes, you are.
Which is like my favorite thing on the planet. Penny Child, behind you, is sniffing in boxes. So, anyway, hello everybody. We're just getting comfortable here. Watch out for the big penny butt. It's just coming through. I'm actually reaching out to you guys for some help. We're once again taking our talk of service dogs in the veterinary clinic to another vicinity, shall we say. We've been invited to speak at with the Peninsula Veterinary Medical Association's group, which is a group of veterinarians on the peninsula here in the Bay Area. So it probably consists of, a good 40 to 60 different veterinarians in the area, including some of the vets I work with. And we're going to be taking our talk of how to deal with service dogs in the veterinary clinic to them at their next meeting. And we're looking for some more ideas to bring up to the veterinarians. The last talk was just for the nurses, the technicians. This one is going directly to the veterinarians. So what we covered in our last talk was the different types of service dogs and the tasks that they do, things to consider about handling them in the veterinary clinic, teaching your receptionist to talk with the people before reaching out and talking to the dogs, asking permission to give treats, how to keep them comfortable in the hospital setting if they need to be hospitalized, things that they need to consider when giving medications, like if they're going to use something that may be causing a sedative effect on the dogs, to let those handlers know that they might not be able to work for the rest of the day, medications to go home, things that will increase thirst or urination, those things to consider for relieving habits, dog's demeanor, any side effects, all kinds of things we talked about. So I would love to hear from all of you service dog users out there on what are your biggest concerns with taking your dog to the vet, and what would you like your veterinarian to know on how they can serve the service dog community better. So that way we'll be revamping our talk a little bit before we do it. It's going to be in May, so we have time. But definitely leave your comments on things that are concerning to you guys, and I will definitely bring them up. And we hope that if this goes well, this is something that we can start taking around to different veterinary clinics and training veterinary staff on how to properly handle service dogs in the vet clinic.
So you're asking people to leave comments?
I am asking people to leave comments. Absolutely.
Like what sort of comments? What questions? Give a question.
Well, just like, if you're taking your dog to the vet, what are the things that have happened to you at your vet that you didn't like? Or some things that you did like that you'd like to see more veterinarians do?
So you're speaking directly to those out there that are service dog users.
Absolutely, or even puppy raisers.
Or people who raise puppies.
Yes.
And you would like help.
Or just help with the different types of things that are concerning to these people that you think the veterinarians can do better in serving the service dog community as far as veterinary care, or how they handle their dogs in the vet clinic, or what are you hesitant about taking your dog to the vet clinic and why? Are there certain vets that you prefer over others and why? Those types of things.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So definitely. So that's the big one. Next update is that we had our first attempt to spay Penny on Friday. She is still 100% intact because she got bumped for a cat that needed to have bladder stones removed. That's what happens in the emergency clinic setting. So she is kind of on call tonight. When I go to work, if it's not too crazy, I will call Matt and have him bring her to me. And if we do end up spaying her, it'll probably be in the wee hours of the morning. If not, we'll try again tomorrow. So Penny is still on spay watch. Now, you had some things to bring up to everybody.
I wanted to talk to everyone about specifically YouTube and give everyone some information on how to follow us a little bit better. You know, things have really changed over the last few months. It's getting harder and harder for people to follow what we like to call anti-establishment, or, you know, not mainstream entertainment, which has millions of dollars in advertising and all that going into it, whereas GrowingUpGuidePup does not. So one thing I just wanted to point out is you could always just go to Google and basically Google GrowingUpGuidePup. Can you come over here and hold this so I can show everyone?
I have to boot Chanel. I guess we didn't.
So I'm just going to provide some tools to help everybody find us easier. So you're on YouTube, and get closer.
I'm close.
Yeah, show the screen. There you go.
I'm showing the screen.
Okay. So if you're on YouTube, let's say you just Google Growing Up Guide on Google, and basically you can then also actually let me just throw in YouTube. So you Google Growing Up GuidePup in YouTube, and you can just scroll down to here. That's one way to find us really easy on YouTube. And then what you do is you just click on this thing right here. Getting close. So if you're a fan of Growing Up GuidePup and you like to follow us on YouTube, you can just click on this little thing right here. It's called the notification bell. And then once it does that'll basically make it so anytime we put up a new video, you'll get an email, I think, or some sort of message. You'll be notified. So I wanted to point that out. And you can do that for both of our channels, which is Guide Dog Maniac. And then our other channel is called Growing Up GuidePup, which I'll just show. Right here. That's our other channel. So we have two channels. Growing Up GuidePup channel and the Guide Dog Maniac channel. So be subscribed to both of them. Click this button on both channels. That way, regardless of which video or which channel we put a video up on, you'll get a notification. And this is basically something that people on YouTube are telling all their followers. Otherwise, you will not be notified about our material. So I want to that's that.
All right.
Okay.
Thank you for the update. Hey,
right.
what are you wearing?
So this is a new shirt. So it's called the Silhouette Orbit.
It looks nice.
And it's from our We Work Together collection.
Awesome.
So these shirts are really cool. I'm excited to have one. I feel like this is a little bit more gender neutral. I think guys can wear these too and look pretty cool. And the logo's a little bit big, but I like it.
All right. And I guess...
So buy a shirt.
Yeah.
Show us your support. Buy a shirt.
I've got some coming in the mail soon.
Okay.
All right.
You want to give me the...
Yeah, we forgot to introduce our guests. Because,
Okay.
you know, last week we had Little Pooh hanging out with us. And we've got two other black labs hanging out with us this weekend. So
Who's this?
that's Chanel. I'm sure most of you guys remember Chanel. Hi, Chanel. We placed her with some friends of ours after she retired. And, well, she comes and stays with us every once in a while, along with her new big brother, Andreas. Say hi, Andreas. Oh, does that?
Andreas was training to be a guide dog, but he was career changed for bad knees.
Yes, he was.
He had bad knees. It's actually Gabrielle's boyfriend, Andreas.
Yeah, don't tell Gabby that he's over. She might get sad. But they're all good friends with Ricky and Ozzy and Penny. And so we just hang out as a big happy family when they come and stay with us. They're going to go home in a little bit, so.
How old
How
is
old?
Chanel?
Chanel is 6 now, I believe.
She worked as a guide dog for how long?
She worked for 3 years because she got retired last year. So.
And she still loves, like, it's funny, she always wants to walk on the left side, just like a guide dogs are trained to always walk on the left. She still wants to be on the left whenever we go out and walk with her with other dogs, or even by herself. She's like, I want to be on the left. I know I'm supposed to be.
Yes, but she's happy retired. Trust me, she's very happy, loves life, and she's getting along great with her brother Andreas now, and it's just really fun to have them come and visit sometimes, usually for short stints here and there, weekend here, weekend there, when her family gets away. And she's always happy to come see us, aren't you?
We're very lucky that we have contact with puppies that we, had helped raise.
Yes. And Ricky really likes her, and Ozzy really likes her, and actually Penny really likes her too. And of course, they both really like, all three of them like Andreas as well.
Yeah.
As you can see, we're a nice big happy family with 5 dogs in the house at the moment. It adds to the fun, huh, Chanel? She says, I want more belly rubs. Ready? Set. Belly scratches. Belly scratches. There's the belly scratches. Oh, yes.
Awesome. She loves it.
She does.
She's very sweet, just like Ricky.
Oh, she's very much like Ricky.
Yeah.
Can I have my spot back?
Oh, I did want to point out in regards to the shirts.
Yes.
That it is safe. That.
What do you mean safe?
Well, people can buy shirts like without worrying.
Oh yeah, because it's a different site than our website.
It's like, yeah, I mean, you click to our website to go buy a shirt, but once you click on the store, it redirects you to an API that allows you to check out using Shopify, but it's still on you're still on the website.
Right. It's just a different entity.
So yeah, I want to point that out because I don't know if people are concerned about that, because I did say that we didn't have that certificate yet on our website.
Oh yes. Alright. Well, those were basically our topics, so please hit me up in the comment section of things that you'd like me to address in our talk with the veterinarians. I'm very excited to do this talk, but it's also a little nerve-wracking that it's veterinarians rather than the technicians that I'm used to working with, and people I work with are people who are above me, shareholders of my veterinary clinic that I work at, and the board members were all going to be there, so wish me luck. And
you'll be amazing.
Yeah, it's still a little nerve-wracking. But I have a feeling that this will be fun. The person that asked me to do the speech said she, as a veterinarian, and she's been in the field for over 40 years, has never had any education via school or any of the other conferences that she's been to on this topic. So there's definitely a lack of education in the veterinary world on service dogs. And I'm definitely hoping to bridge that gap and provide some information, much needed information.
Another area that we can put our focus on, because we're developing services, right? We call them services that we provide as our nonprofit. So one service is going to be you educating the veterinarians about service dogs.
Yep, and the veterinary staff. So we're definitely moving way and beyond of our videos of following our puppies growing up. There's many other things that we can provide as far as education, which is part of our mission statement, to educate people on service dog law, etiquette, and puppy raising. So this definitely falls into etiquette, and I'm excited for it, but once again also really nervous. But fingers crossed that I don't bomb it.
You won't bomb it. You'll be great.
What do you think, Chanel?
Can I have a kiss?
Right up here. You get it. I'm not gonna bend down. Meet you halfway. Oh, thank you.
What a good girl.
She is a good girl. I do miss having her around, but it's nice to have her visit. Uh-oh, Ricky's jealous.
All right.
Ricky's jealous.
Well, everyone's going to want some love if you keep it up.
Everybody wants the love in the house.
Anything else you want to say before I sign out?
I think that's it.
Okay.
I'm just busy giving love to all the doggies.
Cool. Alright, guys.
Andreas wants to sign off.
Alright, Andreas. Say goodbye to everybody.
Say bye, Andreas.
Say goodbye.
Now he doesn't want to talk.
Yeah. He's like, does goodbye mean bark? Oh, what did I do? I flipped it on myself. Alright, bye everybody.